What's up, Nail Geeks? As a bonus for today, I'm going to show you guys the Vice Collection 2020 from Cirque Colors. This is an highly anticipated set of their summer neons. These are so bright, my camera freaked out. Wonderful formulas. I really liked these so much. These consist of several new shades, including some re-releases. Let's get started. First up, we have Super Freak. This is a neon orange cream. My camera, of course, is not handling this one very well. Please note in person, this doesn't have that reddish cast that you're seeing on person, but it's definitely a fluorescent type of orange. It is crazy bright. This is beautiful, beautiful on that formula. For the most part, I'm going to suggest 2 thin coats on this one. You can probably get away with 1 coat on it, though my personal preference for creams like this, as you guys know, those of you who follow along on my cream videos, they look really wonderful at 2 thin coats, so you can really get that nice plump factor, and it gives you that nice, just really solid look on your nails. Now, I want to note that each of the polishes in this collection, they all dry down very flat, which is very characteristic of neon pigments. So on the full hand shots, you are seeing a glossy top coat applied to each, and that really, really helps with that nice plumping effect in your final look. And next is Valley of the Dolls. This is a bright Barbie pink cream. So I'm very picky on pinks, but I do enjoy the color a lot when it's the type of pink that flatters and pops against me. So with that said, this is one of those types of pinks. This is absolutely beautiful. I can see this pink looking fantastic on any skin tone. This is definitely a Barbie pink. It's beautiful. It's my inner child is screaming because she would have loved a perfect Barbie pink like this. The formula on this one is really lovely. It's very similar to Super Freak in terms of opacity and butteriness and crazy self-leveling factor. So once again, I'm going to suggest 2 coats for full opacity. And once again, you are seeing a glossy top coat on that final look. This color is so stunning in person. And next we have Retail Therapy. This is a neon magenta cream. This is one of the ones in the set that is a re-release, though it is crazy, crazy beautiful. I feel like the bottle shot and my swatch video, I think they're coming off just a little bit warm in the cast that I'm seeing on my monitor. So please note this is a true neon magenta. So there's just a touch of a cool toned factor to it in person. This is another one that is insanely flattering in person. Another one that it's going to look so good on any skin tone. It's really, really beautiful. So once again, beautiful formula. I mean, I can't rave about this collection enough. They are phenomenal. Now this one also, I'm going to recommend 2 normal to light coats depending on how you polish, but I really can't see anyone, unless you've got those awesome stiletto nails, needing to go to a 3rd coat. I mean, the self-leveling factor is phenomenal on this one too. Really, really nice application. So once again, glossy top coat on the final look here. Please remember this one is just a touch cooler toned in person. And next we have Thirsty. This is a bright minty green. I am in love with this color. So I have a color that I bought years and years ago, and I haven't been able to find anything like it. It's what I consider to be like a very vibrant, almost pastelish type of neon pistachio green. This is what it reminds me of. As a kid, we used to have pistachio pudding a lot, and this is the color of it, and it's just a beautiful color. Now this one does have just a slight difference in formula to the other ones that we just took a look at. So for the most part, I can see most getting away with 2 coats on this one. Though if you go in really thin on your preferred application style, you might need a 3rd thin coat on this one just to even everything out. But honestly, I thought it looked fantastic on 2 coats, and that's what you're seeing here. And next is Cyber. This is a neon grass green. This is another re-release for the collection. Now this one is darker than Thirsty, that previous green I showed you guys. So just note they are definitely different in person, just in case this comes across skewed on different monitors. So I do agree with the official description. This is a true, very vibrant neon grass type of green. It is straight up lime on your nails. It's very pretty. In person, I'm not seeing any type of undertone to this one. So this is a true green. So this also has a somewhat similar feel on application to Retail Therapy. You might need to go in for a third thin coat depending on how you apply, though I thought it looked perfectly fine at that second coat. Now this one dries down very heavily matte after drying down, so I'm really going to recommend a glossy top coat on this one. And next we have Hedonist. This is a Happy Neon Yellow. This is another re-release. So this is straight up lemon in person. This is a very true, stark, bright yellow. Very sunny, very lemony, and I do not see any types of undertones happening with it. So this is just straight up yellow goodness. This is another type of a yellow that I do enjoy. Like, I'm so picky on yellows too. It's a lot of times because I have yellow and golden type of undertones to my skin, yellows typically just look real flat on me, especially if they've got other undertones happening. I think this is just straight up primary colors, so it's going to look so good on any skin tone. I really like it. Now, I want to know on this second coat here, I was trying to kind of figure out on this one how to apply it, as it does feel like the outlier in the collection in terms of formula. Honestly, looking back at the playback here, I probably could have stopped at that second coat, but I went in for a third thin coat just to kind of plump and even everything out. Honestly, after top coating, it would have probably smoothed it all out and I would have been just fine. So please note on this one, I'm definitely going to suggest between 2 and 3 coats, with the caveat that I think I probably didn't do as well of a job as I could have. So more than likely, most are going to be happy at 2. And next we have Euphoria. This is a bright lilac cream. This is another really beautiful shade. I'm so digging it. Really flattering type of purple. It's very vibrant, very in your face. And of course it has that really nice formula to it. Thankfully the video is being color accurate to what I'm seeing in person, at least on my monitor. This is a medium type of lilac and it's got that really deep tone to it. As you build it up, you really see it start to pop like crazy on that lilac type of factor. For the most part, I can see most getting away with 2 coats on this one, though this is kind of similar to Retail Therapy or Thirsty in that you might need a third thin coat. Definitely going to depend on your preference, but I thought it self-leveled perfectly at 2 coats, and you can see here on the full hand shot, really nice coverage and just a beautiful popping color. Now, you guys know what I'm about to do. I'm going to marble with these. I wanted to see how they were going to work out on the water, and you can see here, this is really lovely spreadability on the water. So I can definitely say these water marble perfectly. They really make those rings very easily. So this is another collection that if you are a marbling geek like myself, definitely recommend picking them up, as I do perform very nicely on the water. I did have a question on Instagram. Somebody asked me, when you do water marbling, aren't you using more polish? Well, yes and no, maybe, depends on how you look at it. So when you are marbling with, say, maybe 2 to 4 polishes, you're using more drops to make more rings. But when you water marble with a ton of colors, like in this case, I've got 7 here, I'm using 1 drop. So technically, if I go in 2 rounds, that's like maybe 2 drops per nail. So in my opinion, if you're using more polishes for a water marble, you're kind of using about the same thing that you would use, maybe a pinch more in your regular manicures. So I mean, really going to depend up to you, but I kind of wanted to answer that question as I've been doing a ton of marbles on the channel. So this time I'm going in with a petal design, and you basically make your rings and you go in with your tool. Pick an interesting area that you want to have the flower spread out at. And yes, I do marble in a toilet. It's a long story, but to kind of cut it short, my brother got me this as a Christmas gift a few years ago, and I was a little peeved at him, and I told him I am not taking shots out of a toilet. So I figured it's the perfect size for water marbling. So that's pretty much what you guys are seeing on the video every time I do these. Here it is at the final look. Clean it up, take that latex barrier off, and add a top coat, and you are good to go. Now, a friendly reminder, when you are water marbling with neons, yes, you need to have some type of undie on, aka a white base or some type of light colored base color. It really helps to make that water marble design pop, as you are getting what is more considered like a one coat because of the water spreading. Now the Vice 2020 collection will release June 17th in Cirque Colors shop. I'll link you guys below to their website if you want to check them out. Typically creams are about $12.50 a polish. If you want to get in there and check out what they've got, they have a couple on the website now, but once again, the Vice collection will drop on June 17th. I'll also link you guys below to the Facebook fan group if you want to get in there and check out what's happening in the Cirque group. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.